So I'm Moises Gallegos, Mo Gallegos to I hope all of you, and I'm the director of the Human Services Department for the City of Phoenix. And I want to thank you for joining us here today and being part of this incredibly exciting celebration. Now in its 50th year, Head Start has been at the forefront of early childhood development and education in this country.
Has there been a more studied program over the 50 years of its life than Head Start? Study after study shows that the greatest return on investment of any program is an investment in early childhood education, particularly for kids from lower income families. You make a lifetime of change. I think we're going to hear from some of the alumni from the night from the program got started that talk about how a program that helps 3- and 4-year-olds can benefit those children throughout their entire lives. So the proof is there, and we have to continue to do what we can to support this incredible program. And what I love about Head Start is that it sometimes gets labeled as an education program, and it is an education program. But it's not just an education program. It also educates these young children and their families on issues of health, of eating well, of the importance of exercise, of making sure that there has a place in the home where kids can do homework. It's education for lots of other issues beyond just specific academic. And anyone who tries to pigeonhole Head Start as just an academic program, it is an academic program, but it does so much more, and it's not really doing deserving of the program if you limit it in that regard. And it educates the families as well, the moms and the dads and the aunts and the uncles and all the care that the importance of not only education, but health and wellness, et cetera. So they were really ahead of their time 50 years ago when they started Head Start, and I would politely argue that it has proven out over time so well.
This is an exciting time for all of us. It's a perfect opportunity to celebrate the accomplishments of the Head Start program, to honor the pioneers of the program, and recognize those who work every day to ensure that our children receive the very best services. I'm very honored to have the opportunity to share the impact that Head Start has had on my family. I have 3 children, all of which I love very much and am very proud of. All 3 of my children are part of the Head Start program. My daughter Julissa spent 1 year in the program. My son Ivan is currently in his 2nd year of the program, and my youngest Sebastian is participating in the City of Phoenix Early Head Start program. I'm very happy to say that my children are doing exceptionally well, and I attribute much of their success to the quality educational experiences they've received through Head Start. I, as a parent, am learning as well. Head Start has provided me with the skills to better understand how my children learn and with the confidence to work with them side by side. For example, I have learned the power of children's play. In the past, I didn't know how important that area was. Now I have learned all of the skills that children learn through play, such as creativity, imagining, social skills, negotiating, and much more. I have had the opportunity to participate in governance with this program. My participation involves the classroom committee, the policy committee, and the policy council. It has been a wonderful experience to participate with other parents and participate in the decision-making process. We know that Head Start works, and it's proven. I frequently hear of success stories of the Head Start program from parents and community members. My daughter Julissa, who is in 3rd grade, is a straight A student. Also, she's never missed a day of school from the time she started Head Start. At times, I reflect on her success, and I'm thankful that she was provided quality preschool experience. I sincerely wish all the children and families had that opportunity. It brings me great joy to know that now the State Preschool Development Grant and the Head Start Child Care Partnerships will provide additional Head Start childhood opportunities for children throughout the city of Phoenix. We also know that Head Start works because school districts like Fowler have engaged in long-term studies to prove that Head Start has a positive impact on children. In Fowler, the studies show that year after year, kids that have been in Head Start continue to outperform their peers in Ames, reading, and math.
Today, we would like to recognize 2 of the great leaders who have been part of the Head Start family from the very, very early years. First, I want to recognize Calvin Good. He is best known for his 22 years as a City of Phoenix City Council member. What you may not know about him, though, is since the early 60s, he has been an advocate for education. From humble beginnings, his parents instilled in him the importance of education. He graduated from Carver High School, Phoenix College, Arizona State University, eventually earning his master's degree in education. He went on to work for the Phoenix Union School District for 30 years. How do you do 30 years there and 22 at the city? What a busy man. Even his beautiful wife, Georgia, was a school teacher. So it's no wonder that Mr. Good was a leader in ensuring Head Start was available to the East Lake children of his neighborhood. From the days of the basement of the First Institutional Baptist Church to the creation of Booker T. Washington Child Development Center in 1967, Mr. Good has supported Head Start all those years. We are so very pleased to present Calvin Good with the Keeping the Head Start Promise Award. Mr. Good.
Certainly this has been a great program in the city of Phoenix, and I've associated with the Booker T. Washington Child Development Center, 1519 East Adams. If any of you are in that neighborhood, come around to see what we're doing there. There's more work to be done, and certainly we need more money, city of Phoenix, to operate and serve more children. I'm a great advocate for early childhood education. The Head Start program has been certainly a great program in our neighborhood, and certainly I commend you most for all of your work and all of your staff for the kind of work you're doing. City Council member, where's Zelda? Zelda, thank you for all the work you've done. And who's that other council member here?
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates, where is he?
They had to leave.
He had to leave. Okay. Well, certainly we are grateful for all of the kind of help. Certainly, lady, you did an excellent job talking here as a parent. Proud of you. So to all of you who've contributed to Head Start, it's a program that's worthwhile and one that needs to be expanded. So we can, at one time we had year-round. Now they limit it to how many months? A few months. So certainly to all of you here today, I say congratulations, staff, for all the work you do. But certainly it's not in vain. God said, take your children and develop them to the full potential. So again, thank you, and thank you for this award, leading the way, Head Start 50 years, presented to Calvin. You left out the C. For keeping the Head Start program promise going. I'm just kidding with you. Thank you so much.
Mr. George Dean has been the president and chief executive officer of the Greater Phoenix Urban League since 1992, when my son was born, and has served more than 25 years as an Urban League staff member. His focus is on advocacy toward education, training, job placement, housing, and economic development. Mr. Dean's parents also impressed upon their children the importance of good education in their lives. He completed his Bachelor of Science degree in sociology from ASU and graduate studies from Cornell University School of Industrial and Labor Relations. It was at Cornell University when he met Whitney Young Jr., then executive director of the National Urban League. Young became an inspiration to him. He made a decision to follow in that leadership role so he too could be an advocate for the needs of the less fortunate. That brought him to the Greater Phoenix Urban League, who had been a Head Start program since 1965. He immediately supported Head Start, growing the program from serving 40 children in 1965 to now the largest delegate agency with 797 children in our program. Mr. Dean's dedication to ensuring quality education for all children is why we are also recognizing him for the Keeping the Promise Award. Mr. Dean.
We don't get in this business for the purpose of receiving awards, but this is something that is really special. We said in the Urban League some 25 years ago that our children equal our destiny, and we know that if we want our destiny to be greater, we have to make sure that the children that's coming up is going to be able, that's going to be the future leaders, are going to be able to keep us going in the direction that we're going, and even a better direction than what we're doing. And that's what we got as far as Head Start is concerned. Early childhood development, I agree with what the mayor said earlier about the fact that it's more than an academic program. Some people even think of Head Start as being a daycare program or a nursery school kind of thing. But Head Start really is early childhood development. It's making these young people, I mean, from seeing these kids here this morning, and their ability to sing and use signs and so forth. And you should see the art walk that we had a couple of weeks ago at all of our sites in the Urban League with the art walk, and the creativity that these 3, 4, and 5-year-olds bring is just exciting to know that our destiny is going to be in good hands once these kids come on up and do what they're doing. And finally, I would just say that it's not me, but it's the staff of the Greater Phoenix Urban League's Head Start program under the very capable direction of Natalie Alvarez, that has been our director now for a number of years, and she just keeps doing great things. And one of the great things that she really does is get good staff people, she got the kind of teachers, the kind of administrators, they all have that passion and commitment for the betterment of those children, and that's what's so important, and make it go. So with that, thank you so much, Mo, for the Head Start word, Deanna, and the mayor, and everybody.
You know, you heard the mayor talk about the value of Head Start and all the good things that happens, and there's all kinds of data about it. You know, lower divorce rates, you know, increased earnings, more education, all kinds of things, and all of those things are true. But you know, really, it's the social being of the child. That's what always hits me. The Head Start program has served over 31 million children across this United States in all the years it's been in existence. It's literally given a head start to all of them. We'd like to take just a moment to recognize 3 1965 alumni from the Phoenix area for their accomplishments and dedicating their lives to helping educate the future leaders of our country. First, in 1965, Josie Vargas attended Head Start in the Army Barracks in Avondale. She says that her family never would have been able to expose her to all of the opportunities she had in Head Start. Her experience inspired her to enroll her children in Head Start, where she became active in the policy committee. The Head Start staff encouraged Josie to apply for a Head Start teacher assistant position, and that started her long career. She went on to become a Head Start teacher, is now the family advocate supervisor with the City of Phoenix, guiding the home visitors in early Head Start. Please join me in congratulating Josie on her great success. Josie. Josie had said she didn't want to speak, and I said, "Are you sure?" She said, "No." Next, Sherry Anthony attended Head Start in 1965 in a Baptist church in Southwest Phoenix. Her experience also led her to enroll her children in Head Start, which led to her career. She became a Head Start and early Head Start teacher, and is now a program assistant in the City of Phoenix new Early Head Start Child Care Partnership program that we're just starting. She'll help new teachers get a better start. She recently completed her bachelor's degree in early childhood. You'll hear more about Sherry's experience in Head Start during the video at the end of the program, so I hope you can stay for that. Sherry, please come up and be recognized for your contributions. And for our third recognized individual, Martha Munoz attended Head Start at the Wilson School District, still a delegate agency for the City of Phoenix, and went on to become a teacher at Wilson School District. She spent over 25 years in education, including teaching preschool, Head Start, and kindergarten, and now serving as an assistant professor at Northern Arizona University, my alma mater. She holds a master's and a bachelor's degree from ASU in elementary education, with an emphasis in early childhood education. Martha earned her PhD in educational leadership from the University of Texas at Austin. She also serves as president of the Arizona Association for the Education of Young Children. Dr. Munoz has agreed to share a few words about her Head Start experience. Please welcome Dr. Munoz.
It's an honor and a privilege to be here this morning, and I think it's so interesting that my fellow alum were graduates of Head Start and then went into the profession of early childhood. People ask me if Head Start really made a difference for me, and I believe it truly did. I'm the youngest of 4 children, and I had no outside preschool experience. So my introduction to Head Start was the first time I actually had to learn to share with others. Being the baby of the family, that didn't come easily to me. I also had a very protective mother who didn't like to leave me with other people. So I had to learn how to separate from her and find that there were other safe people who could help me. I had to learn how to take turns, all of those important social skills. So yes, Head Start did make a tremendous difference to me. The Head Start that I attended, Wilson Head Start, was at 24th Street and Buckeye. So it has a very different look. I go that far back. I do have to say that as a professor now of early childhood at Northern Arizona University, I hear stories from Head Start teachers across the state. I teach primarily online, and most of my classes are graduate courses. So I hear about the good things happening on the Navajo Nation, what's happening in Yuma, what's happening in southern Arizona, and from people here in this community. And it truly does make a difference. I always am an advocate for Head Start. I've gone to Washington, D.C. in my role as president of Arizona AEYC, and I schedule visits on the Hill to advocate for Head Start and tell my story. Today's kind of an emotional day for me because I'm thinking about my father. This would have been his 87th birthday. My father was a construction worker who only finished the 4th grade, a very, very hardworking, smart man that I highly regard. My mother finished 8th grade. You heard about my academic credentials, and I got there by standing on the shoulders of others. And as I think about my father and how hard he worked to make sure that we had a good home, that we had food, that we had the things that we needed, and I reflect on where I am today and where my children are. I have a son who's an engineer. He graduated from Arizona State University. And I have a daughter who's a professor at the University of Denver, and she has a PhD in rhetoric. But I see the powerful impact that early childhood education and comprehensive programs such as Head Start can make in one generation and help strengthen communities and improve lives. And so I carry that message. I'm a Head Start kid, a little bit older, a little bit grayer, but I love Head Start, and thank you so much for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so very, very much for joining us here today. Thank you.